Hallo miteinander, I'm a.k.a. and this is Touhou 10 Mountain of Faith. We've arrived at the lake on top of Yokai Mountain. It is supposedly the lake that the goddess brought with her from reality when she came to Gensokyo. That is quite a feat, bringing a whole lake with you. But you can't forget that she is calling herself a goddess. She wouldn't be able to do that if she wasn't able to work miracles, now would she? I just stupidly lost a life because I didn't pay attention. I have to admit, I'm really bad at the final stage of Touhou 10. I suck at it, I really do. See all those delicious extra lives that I have on the top right corner? You're not gonna see them for much longer, so don't get too used to them. I can't really say that stage 6 is a hard stage, because the final stage in any Touhou game is actually pretty much 80% boss fight. So stage 6 is a hard boss fight. A boss fight that we're going to start shortly. There she is, the impudent, arrogant goddess that's been going on our nerves for so long. Kanako Yasaka. Now she is quite mature looking, isn't she? She is supposed to be many millennia old, but her appearance is that of a young adult. However, fans have called her an old lady because, I don't quite know why, maybe because it's her accessories that make her look more imposing, or maybe it's her outdated hairstyle. But no matter, because of the fans, Kanako is one of the many old ladies in Touhou. Like for example Yukari and Erin. Poor Kanako. Well, to prove us wrong, she's having a rave party in the background. Party hard, Kanako. Party hard. As soon as she's done with her light show, good old Granny Kanako is gonna show us just how tough she can be and give us a fight to remember. Kanako is not only strong because of the spells that she uses, but because of the altered continuing system that was introduced with Touhou 10. Now, I have to remind you, in previous Touhou games, you would have limited continues, but you would never be set back after a continue. In Touhou 10, you have unlimited continues, however, you have to restart a stage with 3 lives, if you lose all of them. Now, you might be thinking, doesn't sound so bad, at least you can try again. Well, not quite. Beating Kanako with 3 lives is, for me, virtually impossible. You're really better off trying to go for a 1 credit clear right away. However, you might not be thinking this, but the altered continuing system makes that even harder than it should be, because in previous Touhou games you would easily be able to get through the game and unlock the last stage for practice mode. Then you could get good enough for a 1 credit clear and see the true ending of the game. However, in Touhou 10, just ending the game is a huge feat. So getting that last stage for practice mode, it's not gonna be easy. And for a seasoned Touhou player, changing that system seems kind of dumb and unnecessary. Seriously, it does. For some reason, Zun kept this continuing system for 2 more games after this. But complaining aside, we've had some pretty rough looking spell cards, but they were mostly self-explanatory. This one, however, this pattern is not quite as easy. As soon as Kanako releases all those bullets or knives or whatever, she becomes invulnerable. You can only really hurt her after a barrage. The spell is threefold, kind of like the one that Remilia uses in Touhou 6. And if you can't line yourself up quickly with her again after dodging, you're not gonna be able to deal much damage, and this thing could go on for a while. Luckily, it doesn't go on for very long in this run, and we can move on to another spell card. Now this one, I really don't understand. I just bomb it to oblivion. Seriously, no matter what I do, I immediately get trapped here. But that is done, and we move on to the final spell card of the game, the eponymous spell card Mountain of Faith. Now this one is really tricky, almost hellish. I really hate it. I really wish you would have the single spell card practice mode for this one, because it feels very different from others. This spell card goes on for a while. As you can see, Kanako uses deadly Shinto amulets against us. And we have to pretty much dodge the whole barrages. It is possible to get between single amulets, but most of the time that won't work and get you killed. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey Gesh, if it's so hard for you, why don't you just bomb through the spell card? Worked really well in the last one. You've got all these bombs and lives to spare. What's the problem? Well, guess what? The spell card is unbombable. As soon as you use a bomb, Kanako becomes invulnerable, and you can't deal any more damage. So pretty much your bombs are useless. Bombing will just decrease your shot power. Unless you're absolutely sure that it will save your life, you don't have to bomb at all. You know, we're not even done with this. That's not all there is to it. It gets worse. Another tricky thing about this spell card is that it gets actually quicker and harder as it goes on. And this can really throw you out of your rhythm very easily. It is so easy to lose many lives at this one, especially if your shot power is low. To really deal damage you have to stay centered, and yeah, it is just really, really, really hard. Frustrating even. It's the only thing that makes Mountain of Faith a semi-difficult Touhou game. Up until here it was very easy. But we've defeated Kanako. Hooray! We have saved our shrine, and Reimu does a victory boogie for us. Good job, Reimu. Thus, my Let's Play of Touhou 10 is concluded. If you beat the game like this without losing a continue, you unlock extra stage mode. That one makes story mode look like a complete cakewalk, believe me. I'm a.k.a. this was Mountain of Faith. Stay tuned for some bonus content. Bis bald!